All right, Unit 10, Day 2, multiplying and dividing rational expressions. This first one is going to be on strictly multiplying rational expressions, and then looking for the second one for dividing. All right, so this one is going to add a little extra stuff. It's not going to just be canceling top and bottom, but rather you're going to have two fractions. So let's simplify the first one here. It looks like if I divide out a 4, I'd be left with a 4 in front and an x minus 2. And then we also will have to divide out an x, leaving me with an x minus 4. Nothing is canceling top and bottom, but this is a times problem. And I'm going to have the x minus 4 that is in the second fraction in parentheses. And I'm also going to take out the 3, which leaves me with an x minus 2 on the bottom of the second parentheses. Now it is a time symbol, and with fractions, multiplying fractions means you just multiply the top across. Now I'm going to do this probably twice, so it's going to be 4 times x minus 2 times x minus 4. That is the top. And on the bottom it's going to be x times x minus 4 times 3, and then times x minus 2 on the bottom. Now you have tops and bottoms that can cancel because of all the times between them. So x minus 2 will cancel. X minus 4 will cancel. 4 does not cancel with the 3. X doesn't cancel. So that's it. That's all the cancellations. So I have a 4 on top and a x times 3, but I'm going to put the 3 in front of the x on the bottom. All right, the next one, again, it's one big old multiplication on top and bottom, but I'm going to have to factor this top, and I'm going to have to factor that bottom. So it will be x minus 1 over x plus 4 times this factored, having an x squared in the front, meaning that there will be an x in the first spot of both parentheses, and a minus 32, meaning one's going to be positive, one's going to be negative, and it's going to be a minus 8 and a plus 4. That'll give me a minus 32 when multiplied, but a minus 4 when added. And then on the bottom, it's going to be an x in both parentheses, because that's how you get x squared, and then positive 1. Well, that could be 1 times 1 or negative 1 times negative 1. And I believe negative 1 is the one we should get because I need a minus 2 in the middle. Now it's one long big multiplication. It is x minus 1 times x minus 8 times x plus 4 on top, and then it's x plus 4 on the bottom times x minus 1 times x minus 1. I'm trying to stress the timesing bit because it has to have a multiplication in order for the x plus 4s to cancel top and bottom, or the x minus 1s to cancel top and bottom. There must be the time symbols. Anyways, we have the x minus 8 left over on top and the x minus 1 left over on the bottom. Now you're tempted to cancel out the x's, but remember there's no time symbol between them. This is a grouping, and you have to cancel out the entire group, not part of the group. So the x's actually do not cancel because it's attached to the minus 8 or it's attached to the minus 1. All right, this one here is going to be x plus 3, and I'm going to put that in parentheses right away. Take out the 4, you're left with a 4 and an x minus 3 times, factoring this one, it's going to have an x in the first part of both parentheses and a positive 3. How do you get a positive 3? Well, 1 times 3 or negative 1 times negative 3. I'm going to say negative 1 and negative 3 is the correct one to get the minus 4 in the middle. And on the bottom, again, two parentheses. You're going to have an x in the first spot of both of them. That's how you get the x squared. And how you get the minus 30 and also the minus 7 is a minus 10 and a plus 3. Gives me the minus 30 and the minus 7 when I add them. Now this is one long multiplication. Now I'm just going to extend it. It is a times. So the tops are multiplied together and the bottoms are multiplied together. Good. I have times symbols between every number and parentheses, like so. So the x plus 3's will cancel. The x minus 3's will cancel, leaving me with x minus 1 on top, and then 4 and x minus 10 on the bottom. And that one is done. All right, next one here. X plus 3 and x minus 5. I'm going to put those in parentheses. Times, take out a 3x, and you're left with x minus 5. Take out the 5, and I'm left with x plus 3. It is a multiplication problem, so everything on top is being multiplied, everything on the bottom is being multiplied, so tops and bottoms can cancel. So x plus 3's will cancel, x minus 5's will cancel, giving me an answer of 3x on top and 5 on the bottom. Alright, this next one, again, it's a times problem, so everything on top will be multiplied, everything on the bottom will be multiplied, so it'll be an x minus 4 on top. Factoring this bottom one to parentheses will be, how you get a minus 5 is one will be positive, the other will be minus, so I need 5 to be positive, minus 1, that'll give me the plus 4, times perfect square, that's x times x, 1 times 1, so it's an x plus 1 and an x minus 1. And then this one here is going to be an x in both parentheses. How you get a minus 4 when multiplied is a minus 4 times a positive 1. That gives me the minus 3, like so. Now this is a lot of multiplication. Everything's being multiplied. So I can cancel tops and bottoms. So x minus 4's will cancel. X minus 1's will cancel. X plus 1's will cancel. And you'll notice nothing is up top but a 1. And on the bottom, x plus 5. Circled answer. All right, factoring. Holy cow, look at all the factoring there. Hopefully you paid attention last semester, because that makes this a lot easier. So we have an x in both of them. How you get a positive 8 is positive times positive or negative times negative. They'll both be negative. And it's going to be a minus 1 and a minus 8 to give me the minus 9. This one here, again, they'll have an x in both of them. How you get a minus 24? Well, ones will be positive, the other will be a minus. And I believe that's going to be a minus 8 and a plus 3. Gives me the minus 24 and the minus 5 when I add them. Times, parentheses, x in both of them. It's going to be a minus 4 and a plus 3. Gives me the minus 12 multiplied, added is a minus 1. And on the bottom will be same sign, both of them minuses. So minus 3 and a minus 4 gives me the positive 12 when multiplied and a minus 7 when added. It is a lot of multiplication on top and a lot of multiplication on the bottom. Cancellation of top and bottom is x minus 4 will cancel, x minus 8 will cancel, x plus 3's will cancel, and that's it. X minus 1 on top and x minus 3 on the bottom. Remember, these are grouped, so don't cancel the x's by accident. All right, last one on this page. We consider this as a fraction. Every number and expression can be written as a fraction over 1 if it isn't written as a fraction for sure. So we'll have x minus 10 on top over 1 times x plus 9 on top. I'm going to put that in parentheses. And on the bottom, double parentheses, it'll be an x in the front part. And how you get a minus 54 multiplied is one positive, one negative, and added to get 3. So So it's going to be a plus 9 and a minus 6. Cancellation of the plus 9s, x plus 9s, because it is one big multiplication, gives me x minus 10 on top and x minus 6 on the bottom. Don't cancel out the x's or the 10s. I am skipping ahead a little bit for dimensional analysis. So what we have here is being able to cancel tops and bottoms. It's all multiplication, remember, on this one. So gallons and gallons will cancel. Hour and hour will cancel. Minute and minutes will cancel, leaving me with seconds on the bottom and ounces on top. So all I have to do is actually multiply the numbers together. 450, 128 times 1 times 1. And I will get an answer that will be 57,600 on top. And then 1 times 60 times 60, or 3,600 on the bottom. When I divide that out, I get 16. But remember, I have ounces over seconds. Like so. Now the next one, again, very set up nicely. Kilometers will cancel. Day will cancel. Even the hour and hours will cancel. So multiplying across, I get 8,000. And then 1 times 24 times 60 is 1,440. Divide that out, I get 5.5 meters on top, minutes on the bottom. All right, and the other ones we'll take care of the next day.